Tonight, from Tatooine, Viva Mos Eisley!
Alright, hello, welcome to another episode of Viva Mos Eisley. I think this is the fourth episode now, although the second episode that I've personally been involved in, and it's the second Clone Wars commentary. And as we enter into the cantina of all scum and villainy, our guests here who are going to be doing a commentary are anything but scum and villainy. We have Peter Miller.
Hello.
We have the Lego man himself, Keiren Barnett.
Hello.
And the Nemoidian girl, Lizzi Carte.
Laheating, hello.
Okay, excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to be watching the Mortis Trilogy today. So however you watch your Clone Wars episodes, if you've got DVDs or if you have other alternatives to watching it that we can't endorse here, but sure there are other ways that you can watch these episodes. We are going to basically start doing that. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do a countdown, and I am just going to get my DVD set up, and we will sort of start this. 2 moments here. Because I actually put in the wrong bit.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job,
Oh,
Andy.
like I said, just full of success today.
This will be a long episode, I'll tell you that.
Hopefully this is the last thing that goes wrong.
Next thing we know it, you're not even recording at the time.
It is.
Waste another hour.
Don't say that, Peter. I'm having flashbacks. Oh, last weekend.
Really bad.
Well, what happened?
We recorded a whole episode of the 4 Clone Wars from the Umbara arc, was it?
Yeah, 2 hours full.
Yeah, that was.
It didn't record, did
Supposedly
it?
recorded.
No, not at all.
That was an
Oh,
experience.
gosh.
We called that a rehearsal.
A
Exclamation points around.
2-hour rehearsal.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'm all set up. I don't know why I put the wrong disc in there. So yeah, our first episode is Overlords, and I'm going to just do a countdown.
It's season 3, episode 15.
That is correct. So I'm just going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then everyone starts. Okay, so for Overlords, 3, 2, 1, and go. Someone's got theirs a little bit loud. Can you turn that down? Peter. Thanks.
Can you guys still hear it?
It's all gone now.
Sorry.
Oh, I can still hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't you think it's a bit weird that they received this distress code and they decided to go and investigate?
No, because it was like an old Republic stress code. It wasn't just a random code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was an
still,
old Jedi code, I think it was.
If it's old, they're not using it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because it was just a random one that intrigued the Jedi, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's odd either way.
I'll try not to make too many pro-separatist comments. No promises.
Yeah.
Because you're not pro-separatist, are you?
I am very pro-separatist.
Never realised that.
Well,
No,
just
I absolutely despise the Republic, and it's not because of Nemoidians or what happened on Naboo. It is. No, I'm serious. The more you look at what the Republic does, the less and less of a quote-unquote good entity it seems. I mean, it grows its own army. I mean, these are living, sentient clones that they grow, that, you know, their only purpose is to go to war. Not only that, but some of the things they do in the war are shocking. at best, when in fact the Separatists are
They're evil.
are the ones who are supposedly are committing all these atrocities. For example, during the Battle of Nemoidia, and this is an example I like to use a lot, clone troopers intentionally burned Nemoidian grub hatcheries. Now, for those of you who don't know, a grub hatchery is where Nemoidians put their young. Basically, they just went in and killed Nemoidian babies. They killed innocents.
Yeah, I agree. The separatists are good, but the whole idea of the war, obviously, no war is good. But the separatists, like behind all the battle droids and everything, are good.
I think the people who actually left the Republic, the senators and the planets, they did it for generally good reasons. But
Yeah, and
Yeah.
exactly. That one episode, Heroes on Both Sides,
Right.
really showed that.
that really
Yeah.
That the are actually very misunderstood.
Yeah.
They just got led by a few bad eggs, but really, is the Republic any different?
It's not, and you can really see that in season 5 of the Clone Wars that the Republic is
Yeah.
it is
But
an
then
empire
also-
in everything but name, already.
It's exactly what happens in the real world. The government is full of corruption.
Mm.
Yeah. It's really like a statement of real life.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one reason I love the Clone Wars so much, is that it doesn't dumb down that idea to make it,
Yeah.
kid friendly. It really hammers it
Yeah.
in that in many
Yeah.
ways this is exactly what is going on in our world.
I do hope that idea
Yeah.
carries on into
It
Rebels
isn't.
as well.
It isn't a child's animation. It is a real good
Or
animation.
just
Yeah.
look at the
Sorry, what were you going to
I
say,
was
Andy?
just saying, I hope that idea carries on into Rebels as well. That
Oh, absolutely,
really
yeah.
is. But I mean,
So much potential for that.
going on from this isn't
Yeah.
a kid's animation. I mean, just look at the character design of the daughter. I mean, that's not a kid's character design. You can see a lot of cleavage there.
Yeah.
If only Tae-How was the same.
Yeah. What do you think of the daughter? Is she? Do you see her as like just a character, or do you really see her as like a metaphor for the Jedi and the light side of the Force?
I sort of see her exactly like the Republic in a way. Like she's a character that symbolizes the Republic being evil and corrupt in a good sort of way.
Right. Yeah. Like as in, she'll do the right things, but they're misguided.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jedi.
I mean,
Like there'll be people. She
Sorry,
won't.
go on.
She'll do the right thing for the majority, but there'll still be some people that suffer.
Sure. Lizzie, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that this whole arc is basically a metaphor for Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I've written.
I mean, it
Yeah.
tells the story of Star Wars,
It
and
does.
I don't understand that so many people don't seem to get that.
I know.
I mean, this arc was written off by so many people as just absolute nonsense, and a filler on the part.
This is my favorite arc. I love
This
this
is-
arc.
So the complete
learn-
opposite of
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
You learn so much about the Force, and you also learn that the Jedi aren't concerned about everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it.
I really love how
And-
they like
and-
animate.
I think like before this arc was shown, people used to think Force and Jedi having control, but this shows that the Force being in balance means the Force being in balance.
Yeah. I mean, well, I
Yeah.
did have a note on that that this arc isn't just a metaphor for Anakin Skywalker. It's really a metaphor for the whole story of the saga.
Yeah.
Which is in a lot of ways
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker's story, but there's a lot of other things just metaphors for that. And I've got some things to say on the similarity between the father and
Ooh, here's
and
the
Anakin
sun.
Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. It's quite specific, but I'll get to that a bit later.
I really love how they animated the planet. They made it look so beautiful and like
They really
how it-
did, yeah.
yeah, how it changes according to like the time of day and like the season. It's really extraordinary. I love that.
Yeah, they did an
And of course-
exceptional job.
The father, the son, and the daughter, like the Celestials themselves.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. do you notice how the planet seems to change when one thing's in balance with at the moment it seems now the sun's taken sort of
Yeah.
he's there in the
And-
scene.
and
It's
also
all
when-
kind of changed. The kind of that's the sort of planet stage.
When the sun says that he's neither Sith or Sith, like
Sith or Jedi.
that sort of really sinks it in that the Force is a whole lot more than Jedi and Sith.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And if anything, it also emphasizes at this point how I hate to say it, how narrow-minded and dogmatic the Jedi had become. They were far from
Yeah.
the philosophical peacekeeping hermit monks that they used to be. They had
Well,
become
I mean,
an organization.
this was all Palpatine's doing. He manipulated them to start the war. He controlled it. He's the one who made them like
Not
this.
really.
Yeah.
They were like that before. I mean, look at them in Episode 1. They're so dogmatic. Palpatine did have a hand in it, but he just took advantage of the weakness that was already there.
Mhm.
That weakness being growing for thousands of years. The Jedi just becoming more dogmatic and just that weakness of arrogance. Yoda said it himself in Episode 2. The Jedi becoming more arrogant.
I'm surprised that Obi-Wan didn't learn something from this. Like, he still believed after this that Anakin was going to be the chosen one, even though he'd turned away that opportunity.
But Anakin, we know this. Obi-Wan necessarily doesn't, but Anakin, and this has also been confirmed by Lucas, that Anakin was still the chosen one. It's just that my understanding of it was his fate was to die in order to bring balance to the Force.
Yeah.
Like, he was the thing the chosen one was the thing standing in the way of everything. Everyone said he will be the one who brings balance to the Force, but
And in the end,
in
he
many
did.
ways, and yes, he did, but he had to die in order to do so. It was only in balance when Darth Vader had died and Anakin Skywalker had been reborn at the end of Return of the Jedi. That was when the Force was once again in balance.
I think even when that happened, like, the Jedi were more empowered than the Sith.
Well, you could.
When Darth Vader died.
It's
Here's Liam Neeson's cameo as Qui-Gon again.
which is pretty awesome. But I mean, just to carry on that idea, I mean, the Jedi obviously knew that Anakin was the chosen one, but I don't think they really were expecting someone like Anakin to be the chosen one. I mean, here they have like a 9-year-old kid who's much older than they would usually train, so they can't kind of shape him in the way that they would preferably like to.
The Jedi didn't have the control they were used to.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Anakin was very different to your normal Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
I think also, like, they had just come out of when the Sith were in power, really, and the Jedi may have thought that to bring balance to the Force meant that Anakin had to make the Jedi back in power, but I think they just lost track of all that.
It was exactly like you said. They became arrogant.
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
and especially you can even see that in the way they call the Force the light side and the dark side. They call the Sith users of the dark side, and they themselves the users of the light side. The connotations in that.
an absolute in itself, really.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Exactly. Well, I think it took Yoda for Revenge of the Sith to happen, for all that stuff to go down, for Yoda to really start believing in living Force again.
I wanted to bring up, since we said only a Sith deals in absolutes, a topic that Yoda in Episode 5, his famous quote, "Do or do not, there is no try." Isn't that an absolute?
Yeah,
I guess so, but I mean that's more of a.
I guess he's
They
trying to
both-
do like a different teaching method to
Yeah.
show like Luke that you either you pass it or fail. You can't just try.
Yeah, right.
It like doesn't work. But I mean, going with Obi-Wan's quote kind of contradicts itself.
Somewhat.
They both speak in absolutes, but like a different type of absolute.
Yeah.
I mean, Jedi and Sith are absolutes themselves. If you really dig deep enough, everything's an absolute. So I don't know.
Well, that's quite interesting from where the Jedi started off, or the Jedi, as they were known, where they actually used the light and dark side of the Force. Everything was in balance.
I like in this episode how Shmi Skywalker makes an appearance.
And actually, Vanilla August voiced her as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like a episode 1
It
reunion.
was.
We just need Silas Carson and it would be good.
It definitely was.
Ooh,
It
shh,
would be
shh,
complete.
shh. Love the scene.
Oh yeah, adult Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Someone's got their volume up too loud again. Peter.
I hope we get to see more of Ahsoka Tano as she, like, what she got up to after leaving the Jedi Order.
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting.
Maybe
we see Ahsoka looking like this in Rebels.
Maybe she became the new
Oh yeah,
the
that'd
new
be cool.
chosen one.
If she like appeared
you
like
imagine?
this.
Could you imagine if after she left the Jedi Order because she didn't believe in their ways as much anymore, then the chosen one got her back to this place and she became the chosen one?
Well, I don't think
Possibly.
Anakin ever stopped becoming the chosen one, even when he was Darth
Oh,
Vader,
yeah,
he
true.
was still the chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
No, but like Ahsoka Tano replaced the father kind of thing.
Who did the voice for the father? So it's like an echo. Like the son, the daughter, and the father, they all have like echoed voices. Makes them look more like immortal and everything.
Yeah, it's almost like
Just search who did the voice.
it's interesting that Mother Townsend has that as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that maybe Mother Townsend was part of these anchorites at one point.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that'd be
Thought of
Obviously,
that.
father, mother, son, daughter.
Well, the mother wasn't that I forget the name.
Hey,
It was that wicked thing, like they built the fortress for it, but it kept on escaping. I forget what it was called.
Was that in Clone Wars?
I believe it was Abeloth.
Oh, that thing. Was it with like the 5? 6? What was it?
What? Wait, one
Are we
sec.
talking about the same thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna Wikipedia it. 1 sec.
Yeah,
I mean, Wookie.
there was
Wookie,
like a group of 5 people. Like, it was like, I think it was like 4 adults and 1 child, and they worshipped like this absolutely evil thing that they kept imprisoned. It was an old original trilogy comic.
oh, okay.
But
I believe it was called Abeloth.
I mean that does sound familiar. Either way, it got loose. I think they were going to like sacrifice Han and Chewie and Leia to it, but like I said, it got loose and it ended up killing them. What a disturbing comic, actually.
So hearing you describe it, it's like what? It killed Han, Chewie, and Leia.
No, it killed the 5.
Oh right, okay, the 5 they were trying to say. Right.
I can't remember if that's exactly what they were called. Someone out there will know what I'm talking about.
Abeloth. Okay, 1 sec. Abeloth, also known as the Bringer of Chaos, was a being who was very powerful on the dark side. She first lived as a servant. She first served the Ones, which the Celestials, whatever. But she later became the Mother. So yeah, but we're talking about the same thing, I believe. And then she broke out. They had that little prison for her, and she broke out. I believe it's called Centerpoint Station and Sinkhole Station.
Right.
Oh, it was Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
the Killicks. The Killicks. Now I remember. They're the Killick Hive. They helped with it.
Right.
And then yeah, Luke defeated her in combat. I mean, there's a whole page, but like a summary.
Okay.
But yeah, she's the Mother. She can take on different forms, though.
Yeah.
That would have been an interesting idea to toy with if they continued long enough to do that. Disney.
Yeah.
I love this
Disney.
stadium part here. This gets so dramatic here.
Oh, yeah, he has to choose between one or the other.
And I think it just puts the whole of Star Wars into the space of this stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of always what I wanted to see Anakin do in the prequel trilogy, because Anakin's really powerful, miracles, but you never really see him do anything that other Jedi can't do.
Yeah, true.
And this is
Yeah.
the thing that I was waiting for all three films.
You know what I want? I want figures of the son and daughter's beast forms. Why
Oh,
did
yes.
we never get that?
Or just
Yes,
the
yes,
son and
I want
daughter.
that so
They're
bad.
like, it's like Star Wars Pokemon. How is that not amazing? Not even that. I want a play set of this whole arena that lights up or glows in the dark or something, and that
Yes.
comes with a figure of the father and the son and the daughter in their beast forms. Why did we never get that?
Or,
That would have
Okay,
sold like hotcakes. I don't care if they had charged $150 for it.
I
I
know,
would
I'd
have bought
get it too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the
one of the
voice
most
actor-
beautiful structures in the entire series, if not the entire saga, including the films. Why did we never get it?
Yeah.
The voice
Hey, customize
actor,
this challenge.
the voice actor for the father is Lloyd Sher, and he
Oh.
seems to have done a lot in the Star Wars. Like he also voiced in Knights of the Old Republic.
oh,
Oh
okay.
wow.
Oh, interesting. What's his name?
Lloyd Sher.
Right, okay. See, you can really hear Darth Vader in
This
Anakin
is a
here,
cool
can't you?
part.
This is it coming up.
Music reminds me of a machine for pigs.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh gosh.
Um,
If you never want to basically be normal ever again, go play that game when this podcast is over. That game will change you.
what game?
Oh, and Toby Longworth's in it, and he voiced Lot Dodd.
Oh, nice.
It's called Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs.
Oh.
And I mean,
okay.
Amnesia, the original Amnesia, was without a doubt the scariest game ever made. I mean, ever. A Machine for Pigs, not quite as scary, but about 18 times darker and more disturbing. I swear I cannot look at pigs the same way now.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
quite aside for that, but yeah. The music is a bit like the music was
Oh,
just
right,
there.
okay. That's where that came from.
Yes. Sorry. I mean, seriously, look how beautiful that arena is. That is just amazing when it all glows.
Pretty good.
It's like the Colosseum of Star Wars.
They should
Yeah.
have done some
Yeah.
Star Wars Transformers for the son and daughter. Awesome.
Oh, that would have been Beast
Yeah.
Wars. Beast Wars Transformers for Star Wars.
Beast Wars, Mortis
That
Trilogy.
would have been amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, did you guys notice that in the end the father was the only member of the ones that faded into the Force?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
That says
the only
something.
three characters in Star Wars who've done it.
How did Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin all manage to go over to the Force Ghosts?
Well, I mean,
Well, apparently.
Qui-Gon somehow found the way and he taught them.
Well, Yoda taught it to. I'm sorry, Qui-Gon taught it to Yoda
Maybe-
and Obi-Wan, and when Anakin
That
died,
Qui-Gon was-
Yoda pulled Anakin's spirit into the Netherworld, and that's kind of how.
Yeah. Qui-Gon was also a bit of a left-center Jedi, so maybe he was another candidate to be the one to bring balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the episode's
Yeah.
done.
We're ready to go on. How's?
Hold on.
Wait. I'm not ready yet.
I know. I'm not saying we're going on right now.
I'm streaming on the
Oh,
computer.
Oh. They played the Darth Vader theme at the end of the episode. Did
Oh,
anyone
that's
else
cool.
catch that?
Did slightly.
As they were taking
No.
off, the Darth Vader theme plays very, very briefly.
The Imperial March, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
you'll
what-
hear the
sorry,
Darth Vader theme play very briefly in the third episode as well, when Anakin turns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, is everyone ready?
No.
No.
Wait.
I'm
Ah.
ready whenever everyone else
What is
is.
happening?
Well, aren't you
One
a
sec.
special snowflake?
I have never heard that.
I'm streaming on
I've
the
never
computer.
heard
It
that
takes a
phrase
while.
ever before.
Up until I saw this series, this arc, I always thought that Yoda was like the prophet of Star Wars. I guess in a way he still is, but like he's the prophet from just the good side point of view, could be in a very vague term.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
he's still lost the traditional Jedi ways.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes him to go become a hermit in Dagobah to
Guess how
relearn all that
old
stuff.
guess how old the ones were with this Clone Wars episode.
Uh,
I don't know.
Right.
Older than Yoda?
I'm gonna say about 50,000 years.
Way more.
Oh my god.
I'd say more than 1 million.
Oh right. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Well, you were close. You're close.
I don't really blame the
You're
son
really,
wanting
really
to
close.
get out.
I think by episode 6, like episode 5, even going on to episode 6, Yoda became
The
more of
son
like
was
a
voiced by
prophet
Sam
figure.
Witwer.
And yeah, and by
Oh, I didn't know
episode 6, I think Yoda, he wasn't just a Jedi, he was a wise being, like he was more the prophet sort of thing.
Sure.
I didn't know he was voiced by Sam Witwer.
Is everyone ready to
But I
start?
reckon the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Peter?
I reckon the original
I'm ready.
trilogy the original trilogy Yoda was really bad. Like he wasn't as wise, and
What I don't get is the dagger of Mortis. Like it can kill the ones. It's like the only thing that can. Right?
Well, sort. I don't know because Anakin does. Well, we'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Keiren, your one's not loading up. Is that right?
I don't know if it will load or not. It doesn't look like it will, but I'll see.
I'm sure we'll get onto subjects that you can join in it anyway throughout the episode.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is.
If not, I'll just skip out this 20 minutes.
Okay, so we're going to start the Altar of Mortis in 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
He who
I like
surrenders
that
hope
quote.
surrenders.
Indeed. Peter, you got yours too loud again.
Did you guys realize that where they went in through the void, it kind of looked like a holocron?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I noticed that the first time I saw it. I'm surprised that not more people actually talked about it.
It's
Yeah.
got a feeling that was going to be elaborated on more in the Clone Wars.
Disney.
Yeah, it might still be elaborated on in the Yoda arc, which apparently is going to deal with some things from the Mortis, but I don't think we're going to get the whole story.
Disney.
I'm hoping they can put it somehow into Rebels, but obviously with all the Jedi dead, essentially, by Rebels, apart from a few, I don't know how.
Well, we never know. Maybe we'll see more than just Luke's, like what Luke had control over in terms of the Rebels. Maybe we'll see other parties of Rebels elsewhere in the galaxy.
Yeah, I think this is.
I want Nemoidian rebels.
We all know what you want.
Yeah.
This is one of my favourite scenes in the Mortis trilogy. This vision. You see Anakin's reaction there. It's almost like arrogance when the son gives him a sort of compliment.
I think Nemoidian rebels aren't so far off of an idea because they're part of the CIS, and when the Republic became the Empire, why would an ex-CIS sort of?
Well, not only that, but after the Trade Federation died, a lot of Nemoidians actually tried to pass themselves off as Duros because they were so ashamed of their history.
Yeah.
So, might be an interesting thing for them to do.
What do you think of?
Why would they decide to join the Empire, the Old Republic sort of thing?
Did you know the voice of the daughter is Adrienne Wilkinson, the same voice actress for Maris Brood in The Force Unleashed?
Yeah, I did. Do you know how the Son was almost like channeling Palpatine at the end of that vision when he's like, "As the Jedi," kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of really cool. It's almost like all the voices, echoes that you hear in the Son are all like previous Sith Lords and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Really cool.
That's actually a good theory.
Yeah.
You sometimes hear Vader, sometimes hear.
That's why I love this trilogy. It's like infinite possibilities of what you can think of it. Like the planet and the ones and everything. It's the balance between light and dark. It's such a good arc. It just explains Star Wars so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want my Beast figures.
Yeah.
From the first time I saw this arc, like I fell in love with it straight away.
Oh,
I think by this point I just loved every Clone Wars episode at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So I don't get all the hate for it.
Me
But I
neither.
can also
yeah.
I would also like to make a point that these starfighters here are not easy to maneuver based on Battlefront 2. I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
That's why Anakin
because
crashed, right?
Yeah. But like how he did the last minute turnaround, that you cannot do that in that starfighter. If this design is anything like if it's anything like the design that the Empire made, which I assume it is, you cannot control that thing.
Yeah, that thing
not that quick anyway.
I have heard that.
Well, it is a mothership that has a lot of reinforcements.
That's probably why.
Like strength and the armor, but it's very slow. Very bad turning.
Yeah.
Sort of stick.
And see here, Obi-Wan is light side orientated when he warns Anakin that this side of the planet is dark side.
Yeah. You can really see Anakin's attachment to Ahsoka there.
Yeah. This little creature is creepy. I mean, I know it's the sun, but it's still creepy.
Yeah. Very, very interesting, some of the words he says, and how it relates to the Darth Maul arc as well later on.
Do you think that like Ahsoka's fall to the dark side here was voluntary, like partially?
No, I think it was kind of a physical infection.
I think the sun was getting into her head.
Maybe he like corrupted her. He transferred his dark side energy to her. Like you see her face is all cracked and with some dark lines.
I think it is. I think it's force corrupt. And I think a lot of Sith can do it. Like they can, well, a lot of strong Sith, obviously, but they can like get into the heads of their opponents, sort of thing. A bit like the way that Jedi influence that.
He just bit her.
Yeah. You noticed a minute ago when he says the chains are the easy parts. It's what goes on in here. That's the hard part. Darth Maul says exactly that when he's all spider-legged. Darth Maul.
He even just said that you are mine now, so you are mine now.
Yeah, very much like Palpatine as well.
Yeah.
Always on the move.
Isn't that what he says in episode 3 in the elevator after he's brutally slaughtered all those droids?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that deleted scene from episode 3 where Anakin and Obi-Wan jump down into the cooling tank or whatever it is on the Separatist ship.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know it does nothing for the story, and I understand why they had to delete it, but I actually thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That sort of got that dynamic between them going.
Yeah. The secret talk with them, like, touching past them.
I wanted more scenes with Nemoidians.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'd be
they
okay
were.
if they made a whole movie out of this.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith
Like
was
a little
very
extra story arc.
Nemoidian light.
They were lacking Nemoidians in the saga, so I understand your want for them.
Yeah. Although they could reappear in the sequel trilogy.
Nah, I doubt it.
That will never happen. I can tell you that
I
right
don't
now.
know. Maybe not in a
But
major
that
way,
would-
but you might see them as like
that-
the odd background character.
Well, all they are grubs right now on their planet, like sulking around and hiding. No more Trade Federation or anything. They don't have the power anymore.
They're hiding because they were ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
They're also lacking Cuzos. I think they should. I think in Rebels and maybe even the new trilogy, they should have more Cuzos. Because Embo was really cool.
That would be, yeah, definitely.
More
Oh,
of
he's
his
going to be in the
species.
Clovis arc, though.
Yes, he
Oh
is.
yeah.
I'm absolutely terrified that Lot Dod's going to die during that arc. I know it. I just know it. They brought back Clovis. They left us at the end of Senate Spy under the impression that Lot Dog was going to kill him, but apparently he's survived somehow. Goodness knows what he's been through. They're going to kill off Lot Dog. I know it.
I haven't seen that.
So
Clovis arc
how-
for ages.
How are they
Sorry?
I haven't
releasing
seen that
this
Clovis
new
arc
arc?
for ages.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't seen that in a long, long time.
We
I've
have
only
to
watched
watch
it
Senate
once.
Spy on this. We have to watch Senate
We
Spy.
will do, yeah.
We have to do it. It's my favourite episode.
Well, it's very Lot Dog heavy.
Okay, how about after we're done recording Mortis, we go to a
Senate Spy?
separate podcast for a Senate Spy?
If,
That's what I vote for. Yeah, for you,
if
Lizzie.
people are up for it, that's fine, yeah.
I'm up for it. Hey, Lizzie.
What will we unleash in the
Is there any more news on how they're going to release the extra content that they made for the Clone Wars?
Yes.
No,
there is.
I think it's gonna be on the season like 1 through 5 box.
No, it's not.
That's my personal opinion.
No, it's not. They,
Oh, bloody hell. That means we have to buy the whole thing over
yeah,
again.
no, it's, they're not. They've already said they're not doing that. They're not going to be releasing it on Blu-ray.
Oh,
DVD.
thank goodness.
But
Finally, some good
Yeah,
news.
Bob Iger this week just gone, he had an investor conference. He said in the very near future they're going to be doing online-only content on platforms such as Amazon,
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
iPlayer or Apple TV.
There was a rumor going around earlier that they were going to release it to Apple TV only.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
everyone
Ooh,
hated
I love this
that
part.
because
I love
not
this
many
part.
people have Apple TVs.
The deal
Yeah,
between Anakin and
we
Ahsoka.
touched on that on Voice of the Voice of the Republic podcast that we did.
Touched on that, more like ranted.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, ranted.
So in my defence, Rory's rant was actually about the mission series of figures, but
Oh, that was so good. Oh, my
oh,
God.
that was brilliant. That
That
was a
was
work
golden.
of art.
I would have paid for that.
So how many Nemoidian things do you have now?
Like collection things.
Like figures and plush
Oh, hang on.
toys, things like that.
Let me send you my website so you can actually see them. But
Oh, no.
yeah,
She's got a whole
Wait,
website.
shush. I love this part.
I probably have in the neighborhood of I want to say 300.
Oh,
Wow.
That's including
You're like the-
cards.
you're like the Tommy of Nemoidians. And I'm like the Tommy of Lego. So, yeah.
Audience and Duros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've just put the website in the chat there.
Okay. Cool.
If you
Yeah.
want to go and see it. For those listening, if you want to go and see it, my website is called Semper Nemoidiana.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
In
I
fact,
think
if you literally just type in Nemoidians on Google, it is literally one of the first responses. I'm not even joking. So yeah.
I think we'll do like, what is it? We'll tell people about our websites at the end, I think.
Yeah,
you
sounds
can
good.
promote that for
Yeah.
you, Lizzie.
Wonderful.
I like how the son here is almost trying to explain something that he knows is wrong. You know, like, oh yeah, the father was just getting too old, and you know, all this kind of stuff. It does remind me of Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, where he's trying to almost explain killing all the younglings to Padme, or trying not to explain it. in a way.
Ooh. I love that Lego.
What? Oh, which one?
On the website where you've
Yeah,
got your Lego.
The ship?
No, I like the figures.
Oh, the figures. Yeah, I love the
Yeah.
episode 3 Newt. I mean, they were very, very lazy on the hat. I thought the hat isn't correct. They just literally recolored the Clone Wars version,
Yeah.
but otherwise, I love it. It's a great figure. I'm hoping we'll get Rune at some point, but until then, it's already been confirmed with pictures that we're getting Taeha.
Oh my
I've
god.
got a Nemoidian pilot, but it looks a lot like Taeha.
Yeah, I know they're doing some Nemoidian soldiers in 2014
What?
Legos. Yeah,
What?
yeah, they definitely are.
What?
In one of the 2014 Lego sets, that they'll have a Nemoidian soldier, at least one.
I need
You show me
I need
pictures.
I need to
Pictures.
stop finding cool Lego
Yeah, I think Lizzie's having like a
figures.
spaz attack right
Just
now.
now.
See, what I really like about
Because earlier
what's that?
Someone.
I found a Embo Lego person on Bricklink, and I really want to get it, but it's like $15.
Oi.
That's pretty expensive.
But like all of the rare Lego people that you find on Bricklink are around about $15, things like that.
See, what I really like about this battle here between the daughter and the son, it's almost like the Jedi and the Sith, constant battling.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah.
the balance that can actually sort it out, you know?
Okay, you still haven't shown me pictures of the Nemoidian. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'll look it up.
Just look it up. Just look it up.
Nemoidian. It's a Nemoidian warrior. Did you
Or
say?
soldier. It's one of the
Soldier.
2014 Lego sets. I'm not sure if they've released a picture for it, but I know they've announced it.
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
be able to find
including
it.
Nemoidians! I'm so happy.
Yeah. Unlike Hasbro, Lego aren't giving up with
We
prequels and
had
Clone Wars
6 years in between Nemoidian figures. 6 years.
stuff. Sure.
From
Sure, wait there.
Lustros Dauphine to Dulce Dauphine. That was just not fair.
This is
I
really,
really
an
wanna-
epic battle.
Yeah, this is really good. I love like how the
I
daughter
don't know
just
if I
like
should
transforms
get
into
that.
you know, her sort of eagle beast mode there. Beast mode.
Griffin.
Yeah.
What you're looking for is Griffin.
That's what they should say before they transform into beasts. Beast mode.
This is
Isn't it
just
true
a
that they
random
can
one for our
shapeshift into
listeners.
anything they want?
I don't know. I know
This
the
is
sun.
Or
just a
just
random one
their
for our listeners.
Griffin?
Should I get the
Ooh,
Lego
and this
Ewok
reminds me of
village?
Yoda. Yoda and the Emperor.
Yeah, a lot.
Like
Yeah,
he's
go for it, Keiren,
blocking
if
the
you want.
lightning,
Yeah, definitely.
and then the father comes.
Just imagine Yoda as a hot woman now.
What? Do I
Yeah,
have
he's wearing
to?
a dress. It's like, does this tutu make my butt look big?
Make my butt look big.
I like
doesn't
that Force
stretch.
lightning.
Yeah.
That Force
Yeah.
lightning looks
It's
really
red.
I
strong.
like that it's different to, you know, Palpatine or Dooku's Force Lightning.
Well, on Red Lightning, I forget. There's another Sith that can do it. It's a way more powerful form than the lightning that Palpatine can do, and Dooku.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before, but I can't remember where from. But,
Yes, do this, Soka.
at this point, I thought Ahsoka was going to give it back in just a second.
What if
She takes music.
Ahsoka stayed dark for like the rest of the series? This could have been a good ending point for her. I mean, they had the opportunity to either kill her off or make her dark and like become a villain. They could have really done a lot with her.
Yeah, I think this was too early to kill her off, and I'm glad they kept her on to the end
Oh,
because
yes,
they
of
made
course,
one
of
of the
course.
most.
Yeah,
By the end, they had made Ahsoka into a really good character.
Yeah, I love Ahsoka. She's my favorite character in the Clone Wars.
I reckon Embo.
Like
I
our
want to see
last
more of
discussion,
Embo.
it's either you love her or you hate her. There isn't really a between.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, I find more people who love Ahsoka than hate her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
Ahsoka's awesome.
I'll admit, when I first got into the series, I was unsure about Ahsoka. But I was so impressed with the amount of character development and everything that she went through
Oh, yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
She became such an incredible character. She was not just, a weird female lead for children. She was incredible.
Yeah.
I
Like,
have
the
to, I mean,
show started out for like little audiences, like less, well, like like for kids basically.
yeah.
And then the characters
I think like
developed
a
and
lot of the
the
Clone
plot
Wars,
got
she's
darker and everything. It really expanded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it made it
definitely.
popular.
Yeah.
It's almost as
It increased the
Like-
quality and everything.
yeah. It's almost as Ahsoka matured, the Clone Wars series matured as well. Yeah,
Absolutely,
her getting
definitely.
more
I
serious.
think like a lot of the Clone Wars though, Ahsoka started off a bit cheesy and by the end of the first season, the Clone Wars was just so much more mature than what I think the writers thought it would become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they had a bit of freedom to do what they wanted with the characters and
Yeah.
yeah.
The end of season 5.
It's always
I haven't seen it. Yeah, if at the end of season 5, when she walked out, I was literally in tears.
such a sad
Yeah, I
scene.
know, me too. I'd say all
and
of
you
us
could
were.
just tell,
Since I connected
even
with
though
her
it
so
was-
much throughout watching it, and then all of a sudden she's gone.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, really touched me.
even though the end of season 5 was a bit of a cliffhanger, just a bit, you could kind of tell that
And
it
just
was.
a little bit.
You could kind of tell that it was the end of the Clone Wars as the series.
Definitely, yeah.
But at the same time, I think, and I still stand by this. I know that this was in development long before the Disney announcement. Whether they knew what was going on behind the scenes or not before us is another matter. But the fortune at the end of that episode, I can't remember what it said. It said something like, it said something about, like, remaining strong in darkness, never losing hope.
Yeah, that's
I am convinced that was a message from Filoni to the fans.
I think it was, yeah.
I am convinced
Wait,
beyond
can you guys
doubt
hear me?
that happened.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Oh, I think Peter's microphone's gone again.
Hello?
Yeah.
That's
I think if they release any more bonus content that is set after,
I got my volume too low.
any bonus content set after that last episode will kind of ruin it because that was a really nice last scene. And it's like a memorable last scene. If they take away that last scene, you won't remember the last scene of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And now, just because you've said that, you understand why I don't want episode 7. Because that will kill the perfect ending that episode 6 had.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, yeah.
I think though a bit with a trilogy, like the end of episode 3, the end of the prequel trilogy. Yes, the prequel trilogy sucked.
No, it didn't.
I'm not getting into that though.
No, it didn't.
I'm not getting into
No,
that
it
though.
didn't.
But the
No, it
end,
didn't.
the end,
No, it didn't.
the end of episode 3
Yeah.
is when Darth Vader says no and everything, and everyone remembers that scene. So I think by the end of the trilogy that they're releasing in 2015, I reckon by episode 9 they'll have another memorable scene.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It will need to literally be the best thing on Earth to justify.
But are you guys done with that
episode
episode?
6.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna start a new one in a moment. But
One sec.
yeah.
But also, episode 6 will still be the end of a trilogy, so in a sense, it's still the end.
Mm.
In a way.
Episode 7's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, whatever happens.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely
we'll
gonna
see.
watch it the first day it comes out, of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's
I mean, it's Star Wars. Even though it might not
I'm gonna
be
have
as good, it's
front
Star
row
Wars, and I
seats.
still respect that, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like, the last podcast, like I said, I love everything about Star Wars.
Yeah.
I haven't decided if I'm going to go or not, or go see it.
Oh, you've got to at least see
Shut
it.
up. Shut up.
I don't know.
Stupid
You can't-
ads.
I mean,
You can't judge it before you see it.
No, you're right, I can't judge it before I see it.
Yeah,
but...
Lizzie, you can't judge it before you see it, Lizzie.
Alright, I just heard them, you don't have to repeat.
I'm trying to make a point.
I think they made it already, thank you.
yeah, that's it.
Can you guys
You
hear
might
this?
want
Yes.
to turn... Yeah. You
Ah,
might want to turn it down a
fudge.
bit.
Come on.
Do you have earphones you can put in?
Oh, are we starting?
Not yet.
No.
I'll count down when we start.
Right.
Is this good?
I can still hear it.
Oh my god.
I can't hear it.
I can't.
Maybe it's just because I've got one earphone, but oh well.
Yeah, that might be right. Okay.
Wait. My computer
You,
froze. now.
you tell me when you're ready.
Wait, your computer froze?
Yeah, my computer froze. I hate my computer.
Just in case anything else can go wrong.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh great, now they give me subtitles. I don't want. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Exit. No. Oh, wrong button. There.
What operating system do you have? It sounds like 2003 or something.
2003?
Oh, I'm gonna have fun editing
just
this, aren't I?
Bye. Okay, I'm having technical difficulties here.
I think we should leave all this in just for the fans to have a
Oh
laugh.
yeah. Our followers, yeah, they'll have the right laugh.
How many followers do we even have?
About 300 odd on the Facebook page.
On the Facebook page, we have like 323.
I mean, yeah, there's followers, but do they actually listen in?
I don't know.
A lot
Yeah,
of
fans, you gotta
just
listen
do.
in. This is a good podcast.
Have we had any feedback or anything?
No,
Oh, well, that's not promising.
Who's it from?
Considering that
We do get a bit of feedback from some people. Another podcast. What is that?
What,
I'll
are they
just go
telling us
check.
that? Do they tell us that we suck and that we should all go die or something?
No,
Star Wars
no,
Live.
they're actually giving us feedback.
Yeah, I think you want about stuff.
So they're actually being helpful. That's a first
Yeah.
on the
And
internet.
considering our first Clone Wars commentary was about 20 minutes long and it was just on Bounty, I'm not entirely surprised we
Yeah.
haven't got a huge amount of feedback. If we had done,
Yeah.
if we'd actually,
Well, we got Terminator though. That sucked. So that should be good. And now this whole Mortis arc.
yeah. Are you guys ready to start?
On my,
Can you guys
on
hear it
my
now?
First,
No.
In just a
on
minute.
my first podcast that I did earlier, this
What's that?
Get ready when you
was
are.
with multiple versions of history.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, alright. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yay.
Oh no, I've got podcasts on this. Not podcasts, what do you call it? Where the text comes up.
He who
Subtitle.
seeks to control fate
Yeah.
shall never find peace. I always love those morals.
Yeah.
It actually shows that
I've got
Star Wars
subtitles
isn't
on
only
this.
just a show. It really has like morals and
Mhm.
like
And
a good
people go on and on
point
about
behind
My
the
Little
episode.
Pony. Bloody hell.
What's wrong with MLP?
Don't get me started.
Kieran, you just badmouthed
We know
the
that you
prequel
like
trilogy, yeah?
we know that you
Then you
like
say you like
violence,
MLP.
but we know that you like violence, but friendship is magic.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Lizzie, friendship is
Yeah,
magic.
friendship's magic, but violence actually gets stuff done.
Wow, that's,
Yeah, not really,
that's
yeah.
an interesting.
I never want to
it's
start a war
not.
with you.
I think you.
You know what, let's save My Little Pony for another podcast.
Yeah, and also your
Yeah.
philosophies on
Me
some other things.
Me and Yvonne will introduce you all to My Little Pony.
I don't look. I've had about 5 people try to introduce me to it. I've watched episodes. I've had episodes shoved at me. I've had stuff shoved at me. I still don't like it.
There you go.
You haven't seen the best episodes then.
Yeah, oh my lord! Do you know how many times I've been told that? Do you know how many people have shown me their so-called best episodes? Please don't make me keep going through it. I've been through it already. I know what's there. I know about these supposed best episodes. I hate the characters. I hate the storylines. The animation makes me want to be ill.
Wait, what?
Okay,
Okay, I think that's enough of My Little Pony. Let's get back onto Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I need to send you a video.
Don't.
Not right now. Let's do this
Like,
commentary.
looking at you,
We'll
Lizzie.
leave My Little Pony where it belongs.
In the
Yeah.
trash.
So I really love Ahsoka's character design there with those goggles on. For some reason, I just love that.
Yeah.
You know,
Those look
Lizzie,
so cool.
I know this is off topic, but I see your Skype name, Lizara Carte, and
Yeah.
that makes me want to say lizard.
It's my
Like, I wanna
Nemoidianized
I want to
name.
call you lizard so bad.
It's my Nemoidianized. You can call me Lizard. I don't care. It's my Nemoidianized name.
Oh.
Gotcha.
I'm not watching that video. It's not going to happen.
It's got violence in it, okay? Violence
Is it
and
the one where they're
ponies.
trying to kill each other to that Smile song?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I was shown that the other day. That was good. I like that.
This is not good. Very not good. Sleep free. Yes, you must sleep free. That is the key to happiness.
But see, this here shows that only the
Smile
father
HD.
can
What is
kill
Smile
them.
HD?
Don't watch it. Just
Do you
don't.
find it interesting how the father always refers to the son as my son?
Oh, God.
Very much
Yeah.
how Darth Vader refers to Luke in most of the time in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Hadn't really thought of
And
that.
obviously Anakin and the father are both the balance, as it were.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna not watch that.
Yeah, while we're doing a podcast, let's at least try and focus on the episode rather than My Little
Yeah,
Pony.
okay, come on.
Yeah.
Well, you guys came up with My Little Pony, so let's just get that.
Okay, we're leaving the subject
Yeah,
behind.
let's do that.
We're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, there are two very different franchises.
And,
Yeah,
and
one's
also
good
the
and one's
father
bad. That's pretty
said-
different.
Yeah, it's the light side and the dark side of the
You can
force.
see the father here as well. Him and Anakin both have their arms behind their backs. Which is,
Yeah.
Another sort of attribute they share.
And also when the father said that both sides, what did he say? Both sides aren't good, sort of thing. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Qui-Gon again.
Qui-Gon. Do you think Qui-Gon is really there, or do you think this is another trick of?
I think that's really
Yeah,
him.
that's really him.
Like the last one near the campfire. Well, not campfire, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think that was him. Which is
Yeah. What about you, Lizzie? Lizzie, are you there?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi as a ghost. He like communes to Luke on Hoth and
Yeah.
Dagobah.
Definitely.
It's kind of like what's happening here. He's giving advice.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
him.
It's just that the Force is so strong there that he can actually appear in it.
Yeah, he can appear there. I find it funny how Anakin calls him Master.
They
Did
called him
really
Master
was-
in episode 1 too.
Yeah.
Did
he really
Liam
was his
Neeson
master, but it's, like,
actually
temporarily.
voice?
Yeah, it's Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's Liam Neeson, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was flying back, I saw him. This is just an off-topic thing. I saw him on a commercial for Save Our Children. I think it
Oh,
was.
Yeah.
I just thought it was so appropriate. It's like, hey, there's Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon's
Not just
alive.
Qui-Gon, is Aslan, is all sorts of things.
We don't talk about Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe because it stole the Oscar from Revenge of the Sith for makeup.
Yeah,
No,
well, that's
I'm
Revenge of the
serious.
Sith.
Who the hell-
If it stole the
Who gives
Oscar
a
from
makeup?
Empire Strikes Back,
Who
then I
gives
would
a
have understood.
yeah? who gives a makeup award to bloody Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe over Star Wars? Did they not even see the film? Did they not see the prosthetics?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just.
I think Star Wars has always kind of got the short end of the straw at those awards.
Oh, absolutely.
It does get awards, but it's never got. George Lucas never got award for Best Director, and
Just that
And of
scene
course, I
there when the father told Obi-Wan that Anakin has gone to the dark side. That's just another way that this is a metaphor for the entire Star Wars saga.
Yeah.
Because Anakin does go to the dark side.
yeah. Well, that's it. And he comes back as well, just like in
Yeah.
these episodes. And obviously, the fact that the darkest place on Mortis is right here
And
in a
it's
lava-filled
cool that,
volcano. It's just another
how
obviously metaphor for episode 3.
I never
Mustafar.
noticed
Yeah,
that either.
Mustafar.
Yeah.
And it's cool
This
how
is
the sun
brilliant.
can like show Anakin like the future.
Right,
That's,
yeah.
like a lot of premonitions
Mm,
taken together.
that's it.
That's how it corrupts them.
Yeah. And obviously,
You know, there's an alternate universe that's like not totally non-canon, but it's that Anakin really does join the Sun, and that they travel to Coruscant, and actually Yoda and Palpatine like find out about each other's identities, and they work together like as a truce, and they still get defeated.
that sounds like fan fiction.
That sounds
No,
like
it's
My
not
Little
fanfiction.
Pony with Star Wars characters.
That's not fan fiction though. It's I believe Star Wars Infinities.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh.
I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen that comic.
Okay.
That might be fun.
Oh, I take
I'll
back
have
my
to check
comment
that
then.
out. I like how these guys are also all about the Force. They don't care much for lightsabers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you always see the lightsaber in the real galaxy is a Jedi or a Sith weapon sort of thing. They don't use the Force as much as these guys use it for a means of life, pretty much.
I always got that impression from Palpatine in Episode 6, where he's almost moved beyond the use for lightsabers. He's become so sort of strong with the dark side, as it were.
I guess in a way, in Episode 6, Yoda is almost like the sister, and Palpatine is almost like the brother.
Or the son, yeah. Yeah.
And who's the father?
Anakin, I suppose, or I suppose he might even. I don't know. It's interesting because obviously, I think Anakin is, but Luke's the catalyst at the same time. Sort of, Luke's the catalyst.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that bit.
I didn't see that.
And it's cool how you can see the Darth
Oh
Vader
gosh.
image in between the dark clouds there.
I have to say, of that whole vision there, the vision of Alderaan being destroyed, that has to be the most powerful moment,
Yeah.
because it just takes
And
you
this
all the way
here-
back.
Yeah,
This here is like exactly like a mix between when Anakin fell into the lava and when Anakin became Darth Vader as
wow,
well.
I just noticed
Yeah.
this. They're near lava right now, so that's also symbolic.
Yeah. This
It's
whole
like Mustafar all over again. Well, actually,
I
no,
reckon-
this actually takes place before Mustafar.
Yeah.
this whole arc
Kind of like a
was
foreshadow.
this whole arc was just taking parts from the rest of Star Wars and making it.
Yeah,
a
it
metaphor.
really shows Star Wars, and it's so symbolic. Every minute of it. I mean, it's so cool.
definitely.
Eh?
I think this part here. Yeah. Did they actually end up getting? I guess we'll find at the end. But did they end up getting evacuation message?
What's that? Sorry.
I actually can't remember. It's been a good 2 years since I've actually seen this.
Yeah.
Last time was when I was on holiday in Estonia. It was actually when I visited Estonia that I caught up on all my Clone Wars
Well,
episodes.
this part's an important part.
Well, I choke and die.
And just how easily the sun just force lightning Obi-Wan shows how strong that force lightning is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because Obi-Wan's one of those characters that can actually somewhat deflect the Force lightning.
Yeah.
Using the Force.
And he's just chucked. He's just thrown to the side like he's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Lord knows she's not going to do as you say.
Here's also the Imperial March.
Darth Vader music.
Yeah, Imperial March.
It's where like Ahsoka's sort of fighting style is almost like Spider-Man. The way she sort of moves.
And those eyes that you just saw with
Yeah,
like,
that's
the
creepy.
orange eyes.
Yeah.
That kind of shows that he's turned in a way.
Yeah.
I love how, I mean, in many ways, this is this is throughout the Clone Wars as a whole. I like how this sort of has a melancholy note to it, because we all know it's going to happen anyway. We know he's going to go to the dark side. We know what happens in Episode 3.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, that's
like
throughout the
foreshadowing of it.
The whole series.
Like
Because we know what happens to the Jedi. We know what all is going to happen. I mean, this may be a really nice animation with a great story, but again, there's that melancholy sort of undercurrent that all this doesn't matter because we all know it's going to happen.
Yeah. And I mean, watch 12 hours of movies or watch 1 hour of animation, like they both tell the exact same story pretty much.
I like that nothing is set in stone.
Yeah. And then the father fixes it.
Yeah.
But it's only temporary.
In a way. Yeah.
It's only temporary, though. We know what's going to happen. I think the father knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. When he says, what you have seen must be forgotten, it always reminds me of Mewtwo from the Pokemon, the first movie.
Oh, yeah!
It's like, what you have seen must be forgotten.
Oh my gosh.
Anakin
is Mewtwo. Oh my gosh, Anakin is bloody Mewtwo. Think about it.
He is in some ways, yeah.
He's Mewtwo.
He's what?
Anakin is Mewtwo from Pokemon. Oh, please tell me you're old enough to understand that.
No,
I
I
understand it.
Oh
I understand.
My gosh. The new generation has begun. Good break. We're on our own now, Jen.
I like that the son says to the daughter, "You're the only one that I truly love."
Yeah.
I mean that really.
The next podcast we need to introduce Peter to the old Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Those
We're doing Sense Spy after this.
Try new things.
Those are some good movies.
You have no
really,
say in
just
this.
cope with this
You have
and
no
then
say in this, Peter.
give
You
me
have
your
to.
Sense Spy.
Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm not interested. How on earth will you ever experience anything if you don't want to try anything new?
Oh dear.
You have to do this. You have no say in this, Peter.
Yeah. You think when the son was almost regretting that, his sister had died there, it's almost a metaphor for, Anakin regretting turning to the dark side. Especially when it comes to Luke. in his family. I don't know. I'm just throwing out theories, but
I find it cool that the father, like, is old but he's so tall.
Yeah. What I really do find with the father is that he has very similar tone and inflection of voice as Anakin Skywalker does after Luke reveals, the helmet. Often
Yeah.
in Return of the Jedi, it's very, very similar to how Anakin speaks. It's pretty interesting. The way.
And have you guys noticed that ever since the daughter died, the planet has been stormy and at night and everything?
Yeah.
This part
I love
here is
that.
like Obi-Wan. This part here is like when Obi-Wan said that he was Anakin's brother.
Yeah. Very, very similar. Yeah. And when the father dies here, it's very similar to how Anakin dies in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got the father's son, and obviously Anakin's son in Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah. Lots of very interesting sort of twists on what's going to come and what's already come.
And it shows here that he actually cares about the father.
Yeah.
So really, he does have light. He's part light side too.
Yeah, he does have good in him. It's just been twisted.
Yeah, he still has good. It's like Vader.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
wow.
this
so
is a
symbolic again.
metaphor. This is the father dying has to be a metaphor for Anakin dying.
Yeah.
I mean, when he dies, the sun dies, the dark side dies. When Anakin dies, the Force is back in balance. This has to be it.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
every single thing that happens here is symbolic for everything.
Yeah.
In the movies, it's so, it's infinite, really. I mean, you can look at it so many ways.
Yeah, that's it.
Did the father die by, like, the stab wounds?
Well, both, because when Anakin put his lightsaber through, if you look really careful, you can actually see the lightsaber actually went through the father as well.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But also, he obviously
This is
used the
like
sword,
this is exactly like Darth Vader, or Anakin Skywalker again, talking to Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like passing the chosen one on to his son.
Yeah.
Very possible. Very possible.
I mean, I just love this.
And you know
so
how
much.
you know how Shmi like just had Anakin Skywalker, there was no father kind of thing?
Yeah, because of Darth
I
Plagueis.
think this was the father.
Yeah.
No, well, no.
Yeah, this is
Well, Anakin was conceived. Well, if you read Darth
this
Plagueis,
is the father.
Darth Plagueis and Palpatine, like they mixed around the midichlorians and manipulated them for eternal life, but in the end product, they created Anakin.
Yeah, but it wasn't. That was more of a reaction to what Plagueis was doing, rather than Plagueis actually wanting that to happen.
Oh yeah, actually, since I don't know.
Yeah.
Anakin helped Palpatine with his overall plan, but then he betrayed him. So I don't know if Palpatine would rather not have Anakin than have him.
I don't know. He'd rather have him if you can control him, which he does.
But then he turned on him and killed him, and I don't think he'd
I mean, what do you make of Mortis? Do you think it was a dream or a Force vision, or did they really go there?
They really went there, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think it was the father who erased that memory from them.
Well, did he?
Because he erased the. Yeah.
Because Anakin literally just said, you wouldn't believe us if we told you, Rex. So,
but in a way, he erased the memory. Like he erased the memory of Anakin being part of the dark side.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Anakin
erased
still
that
ended up
bit.
turning to the dark side
Yeah,
eventually.
he erased that bit,
You
but
know-
he didn't erase the memory of them being on Mortis.
There's so
Yeah.
many what ifs that can be generated from this arc. Like, what if the father didn't erase that, yet Anakin still turned good?
Mm.
So then he'd be mindful when he actually turned bad with Palpatine, that what would happen, and that might turn things around. That he might redeem himself earlier before the Jedi Purge, and it's like ongoing
Yeah.
thing. It's so many what ifs that could be answered.
Yeah.
here.
I guess we'll never know unless. Well, I know as I said, some of it's going to be carried on in the Yoda arc.
Yeah, I
some
don't think
things-
he'll focus that much on it
I
though.
don't know.
Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm
Disney.
hoping that it carries on into Rebels in some way.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Oh yeah, Rebels, of course.
Well, Dave
They've gotta bring
Filoni will
something
still
from
be part
Mortis
of
to
Rebels.
Rebels. I
Well,
mean,
that's exactly it. I mean, they've obviously written episodes for season 7 and 8. I think they've done all those. Obviously, they have actually finished the episodes, but they've planned it all out. So some of those fans could make it into Rebels. Just gonna have to hope, I guess. see what kind of series it is. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so Senate Spy. Is that
should
the
we-
next one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Senate Spy. Oh my gosh.
well, are we gonna end this podcast and start a new
Yes.
one for the different?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
just gonna stop the recording.
Yeah,
for this
should
one.
wait, should we
So we're gonna
end
do
with
our, like, exit.
promotions and things like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
promotions,
okay,
that's
yeah,
what we're doing.
we'll do some promotions. So, yeah, I mean, if you've got any pages or, Facebook or websites or otherwise, then just make sort of your promotion now. Lizzie, do you want to go first?
Okay. Well, the first one I want to promote is a site called theforcebook.com. It's basically a social networking site in a sense. It's like Twitter and Facebook, but for Star Wars. So it's a really, really great community, very friendly, very closely knit. That was in many ways where I sort of started out and branched out from there. It's www.theforcebook.com, I think,
Okay.
or net. No, forcebook.net. I think. I'm sorry. If you just type in the Force Book, it'll come
Yeah.
up. Again, fantastic community. So, we're always looking to meet new people and have, we have video chats and, live typing chats on a near weekly basis. So, we get to know new people and sometimes get to see them face to face. We have fun discussions. So, yeah, come and give us a look. And also, if you like Nemoidians and Duros, sempernemoidiana.weebly.com. That's my personal website.
Do you have a Facebook page? A Normoidian Facebook page, possibly?
Yeah. If you want, I do. I have a Facebook page called Nemoidians and Duros. It's the two combined. And if you want to be friends on Facebook, I'm under the name Lizzie Carte Dodd. So
Cool stuff.
come hit me up and we'll chat.
Okay, Keiren.
Yeah, as always, it's just my photography page. There'll be a link in the description for this video.
Mhm. Okay, no worries. And Peter?
I'd like to promote Random Star Wars. It's like a really cool community fan page for anything Star Wars. And you can find me on Facebook as Peter Miller. And also make sure to like our Facebook page, Viva Mos Eisley. And YouTube and Google Plus if you're on that.
Definitely. Okay, and
Oh, sorry. Can I add one more thing?
go.
Sorry.
Yes, go on, go for it.
I do a lot of Star Wars fan art. If you're on DeviantArt, my username is Quedchan. Send me a message and I'll come and give you a watch. So.
Cool. Okay, and lastly, I'm just going to promote my probably controversial page with Lizzie anyway, Star Wars Rebels page, which is it's basically just over.facebook.com, so you can find me there. And yeah, that's it.
But all the links will be in the video description.
Yes,
Yeah, just like always.
We'll put all the
I'll always be there.
links.
So if you want to find it, you can just click
Yeah, we'll
there.
put all the links in the description, so you don't have to memorize them. Anyway.
And also over on our Podomatic page as well, we've got all the links there.
Yeah, and that's it for this week's podcast for the Mortis Trilogy. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force and Nemoidians be with you.
Lizzie.